Hey friends, today we're going to do our bubble flowers. Before you get started though, you want to make sure that your child knows how to use a straw just blowing out, because you don't want them to be drinking our little soap and paint concoction that we're going to be making. So you can try this just with a straw itself at first and see if they can just blow out. They can practice blowing on their own hand. You might want to model this first for them, show them how you could blow the air out, and then they can try it. And then once they've got that, you can try it with just some plain water, see if they could blow in the cup and make some bubbles. And if you feel confident that they are going to be able to do that and just blow out and not be able to blow and then drink back in, then I would say go ahead and proceed with this activity. If you feel worried that they are going to be blowing out and drinking in, then you might be the one to blow the bubbles, and then I'll show you which part they can do. So let's get started. For this activity, you'll need your straw, your piece of cardstock paper, which I went ahead and cut mine in half, and then we will have this blue piece of paper for later, so I'll put that aside for now. And then from home, you will need a cup of some kind. Just these little plastic cups work great if you have something like this at home, or even some small disposable cups would work well. And then some liquid dish soap, and then some finger paints or some tempera paints, some washable paints. For this project, I'm doing it on my tray, but it might be a good idea to do it outside because this has the potential to get a bit messy. So all we're gonna do is put about equal parts of dish soap, paint, and water in our cup. Okay, and then I'm gonna stir up the mixture really well so the paint is mixed in. And you will be able to adjust this later, so if it feels like it's not bubbly enough, you can add a little bit more soap. So it's not coming up very high in my cup, and that's okay. And then we can stir it up with our straw. And then all we're gonna do is blow some bubbles in the cup. And you can see they're starting to come up and over. We wanna have a good amount of bubbles. If you're just getting really big bubbles at first and they don't seem like they have very much paint on them, try stirring it a little bit. This will give you tinier bubbles, and then you can blow again. Ooh, I've got a good batch of bubbles. And then what we're gonna do is slowly, you can take the straw out for this part maybe, slowly set this down on top of the bubbles, and then lift it straight back up, and then we've got this bubble print here. So you can try this a couple different times, and the more you kind of stir it, the more foamy it gets. You're gonna get a denser color. So I'll try it one more time. Squish it down on top. I got a nice bunch of foamy bubbles there. So what you can do with this is just put it out, maybe in the sun, let it dry, and then something really cool will happen once it dries. If your child's wanting to kind of play around with them, that's fine. Maybe you can get some more papers out, do a dip again, and they can spread it out a little bit. So this is what my bubble print looked like after it dried. It makes this really cool kind of foamy looking flower. They're kind of like hydrangea flowers. So what we're gonna do is just cut this out once it dries. And they're gonna be all kinds of different shapes, it's okay. And if you want, you can try this, rinse out your materials, your straw, and your cup. Try it maybe with a couple different colors. I've cut out all my bubble prints, and then on this piece of blue paper, if your child wants to draw some grass or some maybe leaves on the plant and some stems, branches, some grass. And then we can stick our flowers on top there just using some glue. So So that is it, friends. I hope you have fun making your bubble print flowers. I'll see you next time.